Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again here tonight to Virtual Racing Network. As you see, we are here at Auto Club Speedway for some more Xfinity racing. We had some Xfinity racing last night. We're back here again, this time at Auto Club for the Northwest Xfinity Series. Should be some great racing. I expect to see a good turnout here. We got about 31, 32 drivers so far. We will be talking to some of those throughout the race tonight, just to get their thoughts on this track. We've already heard that this track is fairly bumpy, so we will be talking to a couple of drivers to see what they think about it. But before we get into all of the racing details, we need to thank the sponsors here for tonight's race and this broadcast. On the racing side of things, big shout out to Walls Beard Co. Beard Bomb. If it wasn't for Walls Beard Co. Beard Bomb, this league would not be here doing what they're doing here. A huge supporter of the league, so make sure you check them out at wallsbeardco.com for all that Beard Bomb needs. And of course, on the broadcast side of things, a big shout out to all of our partners that have made it possible here for 2019. Those include Northwest Racing Series themselves here for the official Wendigo sponsor for tonight's event. Walls Beard Co. Beard Bomb, the official starting grid sponsor for all VRN events. RaceOnTexas.com, the official dirt and short track asphalt series partner of VRN. World of Thunder Racing League, the official dirt league of VRN. Hanover Wrecker Service, bringing you all the cautions here tonight. They are the official caution sponsor of Virtual Racing Network. On the Edge Motorsports, you can check them out at ontheedgemotorsports.com, the official Wicked Energy Gun retailer. Huffman Designs, for all your iRacing paint needs. Check out Alex Huffman over at Huffman Designs. And of course, RaceCore coming on board here just not too long ago. But one of our newest partners, that of course is Crumbs Custom Graphics. If you need a logo made, you need to check them out. Again, that is Crumbs Custom Design, or Graphics. Alright, give us just a minute. We are getting notifications that the sound is a little choppy, so give us just one moment while we see if we can't fix that. Alright, we'll see if that does indeed fix it. I'm not sure if, there we go, we'll see if YouTube or Facebook is going to fix itself. I know YouTube will, as we are seeing here. We should see if we can get that fixed. Again, having some issues there, but do let us know in chat if it's fixed. Let us know in chat. I know we got Russell out there, JT. Let us know if it does sound better. As we just kind of restarted, it might have been an issue with OBS itself. If that's not the case, we will restart it here once again to see if that solves the issue. But again, just let us know in chat if it does sound any better or not, as we are trying to monitor it here as well. That being said, until we hear otherwise, if it is better or not, we want to go ahead and get into the racing details here tonight. Of course, let's go fix it, and it's not fixed, so give us just one moment here. See if we can go ahead and fix this one more time, so give us just one moment. Alright, we're going to try one more thing here. And this may unfortunately kill the Facebook side of things. We will find out here momentarily if it's going to or not. As we're getting reports of Chris White sounding robotic as well. So again, let us know. We should be back up and live now. So let us know how it does sound. As again, we have reset that one more time. So Chris, if you can, let us know. Also JT and Russell. And there we go. We have it fixed. There. Now we're having internet issues as well. here tonight. So there we go. Now we're back up. So good. We are good to go here. Let's go ahead and bring those point standings up on the screen for you. As the weather may be playing a factor here tonight, we are having some issues holding a steady stream. So we are going to be fighting that, it looks like, here tonight due to inclement weather coming through. Right now, your point standings coming into this race here with 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes. Seth Frazier, your leader with 288 points. Behind him is Travis McKinney with 241 points. He's 47 points out of the lead. Jason Berg, your third place driver in the points, right now with 240 points, 48 points out. Right behind him is Brian Barnes with 222 points, and Justin McClure with 205 points. So good thing is y'all can hear us now. And we are still going here, and it looks like we have Facebook Live back up, and we're getting reports in Facebook that it's not good, and YouTube side is good, so hopefully on the Facebook side of things are good as well. But we're going to see if we can't talk to one or more of these drivers throughout the night here, as at the moment they are really close in points, especially in those top 2 and 3 spots. So we'll keep an eye on those. Now we're going to step away here for just a moment. We're going to see if everything is still good as is. But we will get back here in just a minute. We're going to leave those point standings up while we check in. So give us just one moment. Internet issues here tonight. Looks to be stabilized for the most part. But again, we are having some issues here tonight that we are having to go through. So hopefully everything does work out. And over on YouTube side, they're saying the sound is good. Though we got Josh Coley listening in on Facebook. So Josh, if you could let us know how it sounds over there on the Facebook side of things. If it all sounds good to you on that end. That's again... we obviously want to have the best sound possible everywhere we go, regardless of Facebook or YouTube. But we got about 2 minutes left here. We got Jason Berg at the top of the charts at the moment. We'll see. Let's talk to him real fast if we can, and get a quick word in with Jason Berg, driver of the number 21. Jason Berg, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, we got you here as we'll pull those point standings back up one more time. You're sitting in third place in the points coming into tonight. 48 points out of the lead, but only 1 point behind Travis McKinney. So you both have been having a fairly good runs here. So it's early in the season. Do the points really cross your mind too much right now, or is it really just about having a really good finish and the points will kind of sort themselves out?
I think I just don't really think about it and let them sort themselves out. Yeah, it's too early in the season for that.
Definitely quite early here. Obviously, last time we were here, I'm not sure if we'll do the math. We'll look that up real fast. You were here. You finished in 6th place last time we were here, and you led 1 lap. So while obviously that was a top 10 finish, you obviously look to improve on that here. Have you learned anything in that year? Last time we were here was December 11th, I believe it was.
Yeah, not to hit the wall. I had damage the 3/4 of that race last time, so I just had no straightaway speed, and that's really big here, and it's also kind of affecting my handling this place each tires. So yeah, not hit the wall and try to keep the tires on it.
Well, there you have it. Good, definitely good advice. Staying off that wall helps. You got about 20 seconds before qualifying, so quickly you want to give some shout-outs and to your sponsors and fans out there.
Yeah, definitely got to thank G-Force Aerial Media. You can check them out on Facebook. Also, they have a website, gforceaerialmedia.com. And I also got to say thanks to Wofford's Towing and Hall Link. They're going to be sponsoring me at the Apple Cup.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll be talking to you later on tonight, and good luck out there.
Thank you.
All right, again, that was the 21 of Jason Berg. As we're going to check in one more time here, so we're going to bring up that as the green flag is coming out for qualifying. While they get out onto the track, we're going to check in with the sound real fast. Again, let us know over on the Facebook side of thing how sound is sounding over there. We know on the YouTube side, everything is sounding good, so it should be as well on the Facebook side of things. So hopefully all is good there. As again, we're getting notifications all over the place that the sound was choppy. It's usually a OBS issue. We just have to restart, and it looks like it did clear it up. We are getting ready for qualifying now, so Jason Berg is going to be one of the first drivers to come out on to the track here. So we'll pull up your qualifying bar. Jason Berg going to put it to a stop here, so we'll go over to D. Palmer, a brand new driver that we have not seen before in that number 30 machine here tonight. He's going to come out past the blue cone. He is cleared to come on to the track now, and he is the only one out on the track at the moment in that number 30 machine, so we'll see how he goes. That number 9 is going to be Corey Walters, whose name is not showing up, but we may reset the overlays here before we get things going to get his name in there. Just is a little bit of a glitch sometimes where they don't show up. So we'll work on getting that in. If we have nobody else coming out onto the track, we'll go ahead and reset them after we have D. Palmer out on the track and his qualifying run is done. They have 2 laps or 4 miles. This is a 2-mile track. So, of course, he is on his first lap right now. He's done his warm-up lap coming down the backstretch. We'll see what kind of time he puts in. It looks like we're going to have Jason Berg and Steve Silstad also out on to the track here at the moment. And absolutely love the camera angles here at this track. You get up close and personal with these cars. So you can see some distance, but then right there you get right in close with them as they come to the line. What is his time going to be? It is going to be a 40.357. That will put him on pole, but will that stand on the pole time? As obviously nobody else has officially put in a time just yet. So we'll just have to keep waiting and see if that does stand. He's on lap number 2. It looks like Steve Silstad's going to be the next one to put in a time, and he does as he puts in his warm-up lap. So we'll see what will be his fast lap when he comes around. We'll see. Keep an eye. You can see how fast his fast lap mile per hour was on the screen there, as well as his current mile an hour. 102, 100, about 102, 187, 88, about 188 miles an hour around this track. He is absolutely flying right now. We'll see. I expect to be a good time when he finally crosses the line. We'll just have to wait and see what officially it's going to be, as there's the bright blue line. And they're going to cross it down low. It's going to be a 40.132. That'll put him at the top of the charts here for qualifying thus far. We'll see. We have Donovan Barr out on the track right now. Caden Anderson getting ready to come out, as well as James Vining. Jason Berg out on the track right now. Chris Walters getting ready. Corey Walters, getting ready. Chris White is out on the track. Travis McKinney, Seth Frazier getting ready. And there's going to be Daniel Masters with a 40.233. He'll be .101 behind Steve Silstad. So far, Steve Silstad having a terrific run. We're going to see these drivers start to come out. This track is getting a little bit shaded now, and that's what they're waiting for, to come out on this track with that shade. They want this track to be as cool as they can, so they can get out there and get the best possible time. So a lot of things are going to factor in to when these guys come out. You do see drivers like John Ottenbacher out on the track on the number 89 machine. We'll see what kind of time he puts in, but no surprise there that Jason Berg takes it to the top of the charts, 40.033, as he will be your fastest driver so far, and I expect to see good things from him in this race. Always do. One driver that's not out on the track right now that I expect to see good things from is Jeff Stabnow. We'll catch up with him here in a moment as John Ottenbacher in the number 89 takes fourth place with a 40.268. Travis McKinney currently in, now seventh place, as looks like Gary Nichols is going to take fifth place with a 40.300. But again, Jeff Stabnow finished second last season when we came here back in December 11, 2018. He finished in second place behind his teammate Mark Walls, who is not racing in this series this season. So Mark Walls out of the equation. Jeff Stabnow finished second last season. Could he get the win here tonight? I'm going to make him my pick just because of the fact of that. The stats don't lie. He finished up there before. We'll see if he can do it again, as Gerald Wakefield is going to go to seventh place with a 40.340. Jesse Gray up to 11th and make it 12th as Brett Johnson in that number 7 machine, sponsored by Coca-Cola, running a very fast time there to put himself in second place of a 40.053.020 off of Jason Berg. That could be a nice little battle going on. But again, Jeff Stabnow not on the track right now. Your third place finisher from last season, that is going to be 83 of Chris White, as he is going to put in his warm-up lap. I got that Elgato, I believe a Toyota, Toyota Camry out there. So the number 83 of Chris White on the track, your third place finisher last season. But look at this, Dan West Jr., number 55 Boeing Toyota coming to the top, and I stand correct, he's got a Chevrolet. I thought he had a Toyota. 55 of Dan West Jr. to the pole with a 39.973, a blistering fast time. He might want to check his tires after that, as they are probably going to be shot after that time. The only 39-second time so far, but we still have a ton of heavy hitters that have yet to come out onto the track. One of those, Josh Coley, Jeff Stabnow, a bunch of them. We have Jason Bortles, who we haven't seen in quite some time here. Rob Stewart out on the track. Brian Barnes, another heavy hitter. Frank Harris yet to come out. AJ Williamson. A ton of drivers that have not taken to the track yet. As a 17 of Bill Ross Jr. going to run a 40.069. He will take it to fourth place. Caden Anderson right behind him in fifth with a 40.129 in that number 1 machine. We'll check in here. Jeff Stabnow is coming out onto the track now. As you see right there, this track is very shaded. This is exactly what he was waiting for. He was waiting for this track to get shaded, and that's when he wants to go out there to lay down the fastest lap possible. So we'll see if he can make it happen here tonight. Again, a shaded track equals a fast track. That's what he's hoping for here tonight, as we're watching him go around this 2-mile monster. We'll just have to see if he is able to run a fast enough lap to take the pole, or if it's going to be settling for a top 5 or top 10 time here. This time will tell, as he is on his first of 2 laps. Warm-up lap is in the books. Looks like Brian Barnes and Seth Frazier out on the track as well. Dan West Jr. still your fastest time right now with a 39.973. And here comes Jeff Stabnow, as he is on the back stretch of lap number 1. Again, they get 2 laps to come around this track. 1:43 left to go around. You've got to be careful when you wait this late to get around this track, as doing that could easily cause you to run out of time if you make a mistake. And he's going to take it all the way to the bottom. No surprise there, as they cross right there towards the grass. And it's going to be a 40.063. Keep in mind right now that your top 5 drivers, 39.973, 40.003, 40.053, 40.063, 40.069. That is extremely close. Your top 5 drivers only separated by 0.096 here in qualifying. That is probably some of the closest we have seen here, and this is a tough track. It's very bumpy, and it's a little scary to be that close to somebody else on the track, as Jeff Stabnow going to finish up his second lap, and it's going to be a little bit slower. So we'll go ahead and jump over to Seth Frazier in the number 32 machine. Just ran a 40.076. He'll put himself in 6th place here at the moment in qualifying. Right behind him is going to be Brian Barnes in 14th place with a 40.265. Not the usual fast time we expect from Brian Barnes, but we'll see if he's trying to start kind of midfield. I doubt it. I'm sure this track just was not to his liking right there when he went out, because usually he is way closer to the front than this when he does qualify, so the track just not working in his favor here tonight. We'll go over to A.J. Williamson in the number 27 machine as he comes barreling down the backstretch. It's not going to matter, as that is going to do it for qualifying. It is over. It is time to get down to your Walls Beard Co. starting grid here for tonight's race. Is going to be Dan West Jr. on the pole here for tonight's race. Let's go down and get ready for all of the action to come down to your starting grid here for tonight's race on row 1, presented by Walls Beard Co. Beard Balm. Is going to be the 55 of Dan West Jr. On his outside is going to be the 21 of Jason Berg. Row 2 is going to be the 7 of Brett Johnson and the 24 of Jeff Stabnow. Row 3 is going to be the 17 of Bill Ross Jr. and the 32 of Seth Frazier. Row 4 is going to be the 1 of Caden Anderson and the 65 of Steve Silstad. Row 5 is going to be the 92 of Casey Tillman and the 10 of Justin McClure. Row 6 is going to be the 333 of James Vining and the 03 of Daniel Masters. Row 7 is going to be the 46 of Sean Brightsman and the 4 of Brian Barnes. Row 8 is going to be the 89 of John Onbacher and the 00 of Dylan Huffines. Row 9 is going to be the 28 of William Fletcher and the 83 of Chris White. Row 10 is going to be the 8 of Gary Nichols and the 50 of Jared Wakefield. Row 11 is going to be the 30 of D. Palmer and the 88 of Travis McKinney. Row 12 is going to be the 08 of Jesse Gray and the 98 of Donovan Barr. Row 13 is going to be the 9 of Corey Walters, and the first driver not taking a time here tonight is going to be the 33 of Josh Coley. In row 14, it's going to be the 58 of Stephen Paulson and the 39 of Jason Bortles. Row 15 is going to be the 52 of Brian Lambert and the 25 of Jade Williams. Row 16 is going to be the 76 of Rob Stewart and the 27 of A.J. Williamson. Row 17 is going to be the 26 of Ray Fournier and the 11 of Frank Harris. Row 18, there is no row 18. It is time to get this race started, ladies and gentlemen. One lap around. It's a 2-mile track, so they only go around the track one time, and then we are set to go racing here as we are pacing for the 1 lap around this monster of a 2-mile track. As you see, we have 75 laps, 150 miles. It is again 2-mile track, so 150 miles on the books here tonight. Let's go ahead and pull it up here. Your track information at the moment here, brought to you by Bulletproof Tees, is a 2-mile-per-hour wind out of the north, 69-degree track temp, and of course 4 turns, 2-mile track here at Auto Club Speedway. Again, that is your track information brought to you by Bulletproof Tees. As we're getting set to get this one going, let's get down on to the track with them. Let's go to a little bit wider camera angle here, and we'll get your top bar up there. You're watching the Northwest Xfinity Series presented by Walls Beard Co. here on Virtual Racing Network as the green flag is out, and we are racing here for the first time tonight, and that sun is shining beautifully on this track as they take to the racing action here tonight, as it's going to be the 21 of Jason Berg that gets a nice little lead here, as it's going to be Dan West Jr. to his inside. They're side by side. We got them going around the 17, and they're stacking them up back here. Let's go back and take a look, and somehow they keep it all going, but the 17 of Bill Ross Jr. got a little sideways there. He may have had a little help, and they stack him up behind him, but they somehow keep it going. What a save for everybody involved in that incident there. Probably one of the best saves we've seen here so far. We go back to the front. It's a side-by-side battle between Jason Berg and Dan West Jr. Here comes Jeff Stabnow, my pick for tonight's win. He's sticking his nose in the back bumper right now of the 21. He's going to try to get by him. Again, remember, he finished in second last race we were here back in December of last season. And he is running right there. He's biding his time. These two are going to wear their tires off a little bit. Again, we talked about how bumpy this track is. Let's go to Jeff Stabnow. Let's go on board with him as he's watching these two battle it out. He's going to try to go to the inside, but I'm sure Jason Berg's going to get down there if he can. Now you see Jeff Stabnow taking it to the high side. I'm not sure. He may not know which line's going to be the preferred line here, which one's going to move forward as he gets right up to the back bumper of the 21 to Jason Berg. Jason Berg has a nice little run off, though, but they're still side by side for the lead. You're watching a bird's eye view here as Jeff Stabnow watching the battle for the lead here as we're watching it, as we're on board here on the roll bar camera. Again, big shout out to Northwest Series for coming on board for the onboard sponsor, but it looks like Jason Berg is officially going to take that spot, and there it goes. Now we have Seth Frazier trying to make a run here as well. He's going to try to get by Jeff Stabnow, but so far not happening. There is your new race leader, Jason Berg. He's officially led one lap. But it is not over. It is far from over. Here comes Jeff Stabnow to the inside. He's going to try to make a pass here for the lead. Or a second anyway, then for the lead, as I think he's got the car that can do it. As you see right there, Walls Beard Co. riding alongside the 24 next to the 55 of Boeing on Dan West Jr. Dan West Jr. going to fall one spot, and he may fall another spot if Seth Frazier can get by him in the 32. We'll just have to wait and see how that one plays out. Caution free so far here on lap number 4, making lap number 5, as I'm not even sure how we're caution free here at the moment, as that first little incident there, I'm not even sure what happened, but he definitely saved it. Again, that was the 17, if we'll find him here real fast. That was Bill Ross Jr. Again, not sure if contact was made. He obviously had damage. Something happened, but I'm not sure if that spin, or almost spin, was before or after the contact. But either way, a heck of a save for him. As we're going to go back here. It looks like Caden Anderson may have scraped the wall. There's somebody back there. I believe it was one of Caden Anderson. But still, right here is the battle. Seth Frazier and Jeff Stabnow. That is the battle for second place here at the moment. Alrighty then, let's go there. So we're watching the front of this battle here. I'm just having to check in on some stats here, so we want to get those stats accurate this far early in the race. It looks like Ray Fournier in the 26 and the 25 of Jade Williams did not make the call for tonight's race. As we went through the grid, they were on there. Obviously, didn't see them at the time. But those two not making the call here for tonight's race. We'll see. Jeff Stabnow has been passed, but here he comes back to the inside. He's going to try to make a move here on the 32, and he does. He takes it like taking candy from a baby, but here comes, well, I'm not calling Seth Frazier a baby, but in the instance, I guess he kind of was, but he is coming back. He is going to fight back for second place, and he may get it. The bottom line seems to be the one that's the dominant line here. Seth Frazier and Jeff Stabnow back and forth for second place right now. If this was a dirt race, we'd be saying they're making slide jobs out there, but no slide jobs here. Just some great back and forth passing for second place. As here comes Jeff Stabnow once again. He's going to take second place on the inside. This is 3 laps in a row. These two have been side by side making passes. This is why we come here to watch these folks. These guys are just so good at what they do. Jeff Stabnell trying to make the pass one more time, and I think he'll complete it in the next turn. Just amazing how good these guys are. And there he is right there. That huge run he gets on the bottom. And the bottom definitely going to be the pace to be. And here comes, once again, going to be the 32 of Seth Frazier. Let's go back. We know what's going on there. Look at the freight train behind them. You have to go way back here before you see any two-wide action. And that's going to be with the 17 of Bill Ross Jr. as he's to the inside of the 88 of Travis McKinney right now. Meanwhile, Seth Frazier does get by. We'll pull up your top 5 so you can keep an eye on that in the distance there. As this is everybody towards the back here. Those front drivers still side by side duking it out. We'll see. It looks like Seth Frazier is going to pull a little bit of a lead now. But we'll go ahead. Let's run back up there real fast and see if it is there. Seth Frazier does manage to pull a little bit of a gap over third place Jeff Stabnell. But this race is far from over here at the moment, as you see everybody come barreling it down the backstretch right now. Just an awesome camera angle here at Auto Club. As right now it is going to be the 9 of Corey Walters that's getting to the inside of the 98 of Donovan Barr. And he will get by him. And here comes the 27 of AJ Williamson. He's going to try to make the pass as well. That inside lane, definitely the line to pass on, as we're going to go back here just a ways. That's going to be Brett Johnson on the inside of the 10 of Justin McClure. And he is going to possibly, I believe he is, yeah, he is going to make that pass. And we'll see if he can make it stick. That is a battle at the moment for 6th position, but he couldn't make it hang. He's going to have to keep trying one more time, see if he can get by. As we go one more time there, you see the 32 has officially pulled a little bit of a gap on the 24. Let's go back here a little ways. This is a battle going on here at the moment between the 03 of Daniel Masters, the 92 of Casey Tillman. D. Palmer in that 30 getting into the mix as well. On the outside is going to be, I believe, the 52 getting in this mix as well. No, that is the 08 of Jesse Gray that is in this mix as well. As we're on lap number 12 of 75. So a good little battle going on right here. We'll go up a few more spots. And we'll go, there we go. Well, we went too many. There we go. Chris White putting on a good battle right now. He's on the inside of the number 83 machine. On his outside is going to be Gary Nichols. He's going to take the position from him. And it'll be interesting to talk to Chris White, as we haven't seen him racing too terribly much. Not sure how come, but he has definitely not been racing as much as I'm sure he would like to. As we haven't seen him too much, so we'll have to get a word in with him if we can. The man out front right now leading this race is dominated so much in his career here in the Northwest Racing Series. That is the 21 of Jason Berg. You see up close run of his car there, a picture of his car here on lap number 13. Going to make it lap 14. He's led 10 laps, make it 11. He hasn't led them all, but he has led most of them. Once he got to the front, as they say, he put the keys on the counter and checked out from the hotel. And we'll see. Unfortunately, this race is not over yet, so we'll see if that hotel is going to call him back and tell him he still owes something to this track, as this track is something fierce. It is bumpy, it is rough, and it is not a track you want to mess with. When it comes to getting around it, it is so hard to stay out of that outside wall. Right now, though, you're watching the battle between Caden Anderson in the 1 and the 46 of Sean Brightsman, as Brightsman's going to get by him, as we are still caution free here on lap 15 of 75. We have 61 laps to go. Going to be 60 to go when they get to the line. We're going to be ticking off laps very quickly here tonight if they continue at this pace. Well, we have everyone's attention real fast. We want to, of course, remind everyone, if you like the racing here tonight, make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you're on the YouTube side of, or the Facebook side of things. And, of course, make sure you like the page for all the latest information we have going on. And, of course, if you're on the YouTube side of things, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, of course. And the subscribe button and the little bell to be notified of all upcoming events. And we will be doing some streaming over on the new website. If you check out virtualracingnetwork.net, You can sign up for a free membership on the brand new website. Obviously, if you want to support us a little bit, you can. There are some paid memberships as well, whether it's monthly, twice a year, or once a year. You can do that, but it does not have any bearing on it. You can do it for free on the website to watch some of your favorite races over there. We'll have them on demand, ready to go. Now, let's go back here at the moment, as we're going to go back to these battle here. Caden Anderson and Justin McClure side by side. And that is a battle right now for 5th position, as your front four have had slightly checked out here. But I want to go back up here as Jeff Stabnow is basically breathing the fumes out of the exhaust pipe right now of Seth Brazier. He's reeled him back in once again, as he is separated by .133 at the moment. And that is going down every lap. He is reeling him in once again. Those tires may be coming back to life. Jeff Stabnow may have had to not really conserve, but back off and mount to run again. That is not that unheard of here. Maybe you hit the bump just wrong, lost a little bit of momentum, has gathered it back up, but he is right there again, battling for 2nd position. As you see now, he's back to .266. So definitely ready to mount a run here tonight. We'll see if he can get up there, but Jason Berg just so fast here tonight. But just because you're fast doesn't mean you're going to win the race. Just to recap our top 5 last time we were here: Mark Walls, followed by Jeff Stabnow, Chris White, Brian Barnes, and Brett Johnson. Jason Berg finished on the lead lap in 6th position, and we talked to him a little bit a while ago before we went live. And he told us there how he had a little bit of damage on his car all race long, and that definitely hindered him. Tonight, he doesn't have that damage so far. He has the straightaway speed, and again, while this is not a super speedway, he definitely has a lot of straightaway. You have a lot of straightaway here, even though it's not a super speedway, and aerodynamics definitely are something you have to take into account at this track. We have 34 drivers that made the trip here. 32 of them started. Everyone is on the lead lap right now. Ray Fournier in the 26 did not start, and the 25 of Jade Williams did not start the race as well. So we'll see how this goes, who all stays on the lead lap, and who will indeed go a lap down. And will we see any cautions here tonight? We're on lap 20 of 75 caution-free here at Auto Club Speedway. This is the Northwest Xfinity Series presented by Wolves Beard Co. As right now, the 46 of Sean Brightsman running down his teammate, the 24, Jeff Stabnow. He may catch him here. As you can see, there is just pitch black out right now. This track has the lights on, so we are racing under the lights. And technically, actually, it's not pitch black. That was the mountains in the background that we were seeing. So not quite dark yet, but it is getting there. It might as well be. And here comes the 46 of Sean Brightsman. He'll make the pass with Jeff Stabnow, putting Jeff Stabnow to 4th position. And Brian Barnes coming down pit road here on lap 21. I'm not sure if this is a scheduled stop or not, as he has no damage. We'll see. As he's going to take right side tires. Is he going to take left side tires? If he does, I would be willing to say this is going to be a scheduled stop. If we have to come down every 20 or so laps, that's going to do the math there, 20, 40, 60, and then we'd be good to go. So it's going to be about a 3-stop race as he is off pit road. We got trouble coming on pit road. Somebody going around there. I'm not sure who that was, but trouble on pit road, and that is going to be, I believe, Caden Anderson. Having troubles here is indeed. Let's go back and take a quick look here as he was coming down at pit road. Caden Anderson trying to get to pit road, having troubles. He already had a little bit of damage, and I think he came in just a little bit too hot. We'll find out here momentarily as to what exactly happened. And right there, we just missed it, but again, a bad camera angle, but he does go around. Looks like he might have locked him up, and he somehow saves it from getting into the wall, but caution does not come out as he was on pit road. He was out of the way, but troubles for him on pit road as we have more cars coming down pit road, and basically entire field coming down at one time right now. as we have more cars in trouble here. I'm not sure who that is. That is going to be the 00 of Dylan Huffines, who is stopped on the track in the tri-oval. No caution coming out. He is also off the racing surface. Nobody's around him. He gets it going again, and that may be an unsafe pit exit here, or pit entrance. We'll see if he's assessed a penalty, but troubles here on pit stops, as I'm not sure he was actually going for a pit stop, but so far, troubles happening around pit road. One of them on pit road, one of them not on pit road, and here come your leaders down at pit road. Jason Berg, Seth Frazier, Sean Breitzman coming down. The only one that has not come down now is going to be Rob Stewart. And it looks like Donovan Barr, he's coming down. So Rob Stewart, 24 laps on the stint. He is not coming down pit road. And at the moment, he will put several people a lap down probably. We'll see how it all plays out when it's all said and done. He'll have to come down pit road soon. As you see him diving to the bottom. I'm not sure if that was just because of his line, or if he's going to go ahead and bring it down to pit road here fairly soon, as he's going to have to. As we got somebody hitting the grass there. He will come down and bring it to pit road. Pit stops round one have completed. Again, we didn't get an estimate on fuel from these guys. We typically try to, but now we know they'll be coming down around 20 to 21, maybe 22 laps, as it's going to cycle around. Sean Breitzman will be your new race leader here at the moment. He's got Jason Berg behind him, followed by Jeff Stabnow. What a round of pit stops here, as we had a lot of chaos ensuing it. A car 00 of Dylan Huffines spinning on in the grass outside of pit road, and of course the one of Caden Anderson spinning out on pit road. So a lot of chaos on pit road here early in this race. We'll just have to see if that continues. Of course, the next round of pit stops will be roughly around lap 40 to 41, possibly 42, depending on how much they conserve fuel here. So we'll definitely be watching to see when these guys come in, as you're watching the battle for the lead right now. Yeah, we can definitely call Jeff the Stabinator. I think that's a fitting name. So we'll go him there just for you, JT. We'll call him Jeff the Stabinator. It sounds like something he would call himself. So Jeff Stabnow currently running in 24th in the third place in the number 24 machine. Brian Barnes at the moment right behind him, and that's kind of where we expect to see somebody like Brian Barnes in the number 4 running in the top 5. He is basically a pro in all intents and purposes, an A class with a 3,500 I rating. Definitely a terrific driver, as you just can't get on much better than you do with Brian Barnes. Right now, if you had to take your top 5, I would count these top 5 to win or be in the top 5 any race they're in. Sean Breitzman, Jason Berg, Jeff Stabnow, Brian Barnes, Seth Frazier. That is a powerhouse of drivers right now in the top 5, followed by Caden Anderson, Dan West Jr., John Ottenbacher, Chris White, and Brett Johnson in your top 10. On the outside looking in is the 65 of Steve Silstad here at the moment. Again, just an outstanding race for all these guys so far. We've seen some spins on pit road, or one spin and one spin right outside pit road. So far, Jason Berg has been up front, and he's going to right there take the lead once again. He's led 22 laps. Sean Breitzman got the lead during pit stops, but he was unable to hold on to it now, as Jason Berg did take it back from him here on lap number 28. Again, they've already completed about 6 laps on this stint, depending on who you are. Some of these guys, Jason Berg, Sean Breitzman, only completed 4. So pit stops are totally on different scales right now. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to short pit maybe, and who will not, as there's so many different strategies, and we don't really get to talk to these drivers here. Usually we can get them on the radio here if we see a caution, or if we get a caution, but we have not seen a caution so far. We have been caution free here at Auto Club Speedway. which is, kind of interesting considering every driver we talked to told us this track's bumpy. It's crazy. We saw some people getting upside down. But then come race time, these guys put it into race mode, and it just is smooth sailing. They make it look easy out there. Give me. Trust me, though, if you talk to them, they'll tell you it is anything but easy out there on this track as you're watching your leader, who should be catching a lap car here in just a moment. We have 46 laps to go here on lap number 30. As we'll drop back here, see where we can find some battles, and we may have something going on back here. As we'll see here, Seth Frazier at the moment. He's got Caden Anderson behind him, but there's a lap car, I believe that's the 28 that is in between them here at the moment. And we'll see again, I think that's the 28. We'll see, it is not the 28. That is Seth Frazier, or sorry, William Fletcher in the 28. Who is currently in 19th place. I'm not sure who that is back there that is in between those two at the moment. We'll see if we can get a better shot of the car, but it's not going to matter. He's out of the picture now, so he's behind Caden Anderson. And again, just not quite sure who it is. It's the orange car, we just can't see that blue number on it very well. But Dan West Jr., I want to talk about him for just a minute. He started first. He's currently in 7th position. So, he has fallen back just a little bit, but again, this race is far from over. We're not even at the halfway point yet, so do not count out Dan West Jr. just yet. He could work his way back to the front of this field, so we'll just be waiting to see if he can. Meanwhile, out front is the 21 of Jason Berg. It's getting darker and darker. Pull up here just a little bit. We'll pull up, if we can find it here for you anyway. Well, I can't seem to find the graphic here, so we could pull it up here. So we're going to pull up some track information here for you a little bit, some extra track information that was, but unable to find the graphic that I need. But right now, this track temp is 72 degrees, so not too terribly hot. It's partially because it is getting in, and there we go right there. Your track information here at Auto Club Speedway, as we'll jump up to your leader of fast, Jason Berg. Your track facts 2 miles, of course. Here, their track temp 72 degrees. What's not listed on there is your air temp, which is 68 degrees. So not much difference between your air temp and your track temp, and that is partly because it is cloudy and it is going dark out here. So the lights are on. They are laying down a little bit of heat, but not enough to counteract the fact that it's getting dark outside and this track is cooling off. So with those cooler temps, we should see some really good racing if we see a caution and they have to get bunched back together. That is if anybody can catch Jason Berg here at the moment. Sean Brightsman trying with everything he has to get the number 46 Wolves Beardco Chevrolet to the front, and so is his teammate, the 24 Jeff Stabnow. Ryan Barnes again working his way through this field, and at the moment there's just not a whole lot going on the track as far as battles until you get way back here. And this is a good little battle going on as you've got the 08 at the moment, who is actually 1 lap down. So it is a good battle, but it's not necessarily for position. The 28 and the 88, William Fletcher and Travis McKinney, they are battling for position with the 08 in front of them of Jesse Gray. So Jesse Gray, a lap car right in front of these guys. The 76 of Rob Stewart is also a lead lap car. So those three are putting on a nice little battle here, back for about 18th position or so. Meanwhile, they're trying to get by the 08 here so they can continue moving forward. But the 08, while he is a lap down, he's doing his best to stay in front of them and doing a pretty good job of it at that. All right, while you're watching this battle at the moment, again, we'll pull up your top 5 here so you can see where those drivers are in comparison. Not much going on up there, so we'll keep an eye on those times, gaps there to see if we can see anything. But it looks like the 08 and the 17 are going to be side by side again. That is not for position, but the 08 putting people in his rearview mirror right now. Like he was, like they were sitting still, even though he is a lap down. So he's trying to get to the 39 of Jason Bortles, who is that was the 39. We saw that orange car earlier. We couldn't tell who it was. That orange and blue didn't stand out real good, but that is the 39 of Jason Bortles. That's who the 08 is trying to catch right now, as you see right there. We'll do it when they come to the line, as they will be coming right about there. And there is the 08 of Jesse Gray. He's got a lot of room to go to catch up to the 39, and he would love to in the event we have a caution, as we are right now actually at the halfway point. We've completed 37, 38 to go. So next time by, we will be officially at the halfway point, as Jason Berg leads this race at the moment, as he's coming to the line right there. 38 completed. We have 37 laps to go. 38 laps completed. We're past the halfway point. We are caution free here tonight at Auto Club Speedway. While we're at the halfway point, we are going to step away to a quick commercial break. We will be right back here in just a minute, as if caution does come out, we will jump right back into the racing action. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, as you're watching the Northwest Xfinity Series presented by Walls Beardo here on Virtual Racing Network. We want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight, as you're watching Jason Berg pull away from this field to a 3.866 second lead. If I'm Sean Brightsman, which I'm not, but if I was, I am looking right now. I think sooner or later I'm going to need a short pits to try to get by. And while we were there, let's go check in with Jeff Stabnow, who is one lap down. He has completed his second pit stop here, as we're going to have more drivers come in now. And we're going to have, looks like Steve Silstad is going to be coming in. So round 2 of pit stops are underway. And Jeff Stabnow going to go ahead and come down and get his. And you see right now 22 drivers on the lead lap, and they are starting to fall laps down. Obviously, because Jason Berg has not come down yet. Sean Brightsman hasn't come down yet either. I expect to see Sean Brightsman come down before Jason Berg and see if he can't short pit him, but that's going to be tough, as he has a 4-second gap, over 4-second gap. And there comes Dan West Jr. down pit road, as everybody going to be pulling out of their pit stops here, or pit stalls here, to get their pit stops completed. As you still have Travis McKinney, he's going to be coming off pit road as well. Here comes Dan West Jr. He is coming down as well. Going to be all the way to the beginning. Daniel Masters going to be coming down. Rob Stewart going to be coming down at pit road. And we'll see who else. So far, none of your top 10 drivers are coming down a pit road. We'll see who the next one is going to be. Is Sean Brightsman going to come Brian Barnes. None of these guys. Oh, and there we go. The 11 may have almost got the wall. It looked like. We'll see. But Brian Barnes is coming down pit road. He will have his pit stop. Brett Johnson going to be coming down as well. So pit stops are underway here for the second time. These are scheduled pit stops. And they are indeed coming down pit road. And we'll see who the next one's going to be. I have a feeling we're going to see the 46 of Sean Brightsman come down here shortly. Meanwhile, Jason Berg out front. He is not coming down this time. If I was a betting man, I would say possibly the 46. No, he's not going to come down either. He's going to stay out. He's on lap 20. Make it 21 right there of this stint. I bet you he would come down the next time by. Probably Jason Berg. They've been on the same stint here. This time, we'll see if they do continue that. This time, Brian Lambert, currently your third place driver for the first time tonight. He's been up there in the number 52 machine. William Fletcher in the 28. He is up there as well. Meanwhile, Seth Frazier, 11th place. Well, he's the first car lap down here at the moment. It's Corey Walters and Gerald Wakefield are going to come down pit road as well. So pit stops are just about complete here, as we still have a few more that have not come down technically here at the moment. We have your top 8 drivers that have not come down pit road, and looks like Jason Berg is about to come down pit road, possibly. Maybe. I thought he was getting down low, but he's on the backstretch right now. And there goes Brian Lambert. He's going to come down pit road. He will start his second pit stop here for tonight. Jason Berg running the bottom side here. Will he come down pit road? Indeed, he is slowing up. So your race leader, Jason Berg, going to be coming down pit road. And I bet you'll see a yellow car coming down to pit road here as well momentarily. And Sean Brightsman, we'll see. And I may stand corrected. Sean Brightsman not. He's going to blast on past. And he is going to be your race leader here on lap 47 of 75. 29 laps to go. When they come in, they should be able to make it to the end here. It's going to be very close. But they should be able to make it to the end of this race. We'll just have to wait and see. We know we've seen them make it about 24 laps and come in. They could probably make it a little bit longer than that. They're probably just coming in a little bit early. No surprise there, but we'll see. When will he come down pit road? That is going to be Sean Brightsman in the 46, as he is still out front leading this race. He's now led 5 laps. He is one of 2 that have not come down pit road. Sorry, make it one of 3. As himself, William Fletcher, and Bill Ross Jr. have not come down pit road to complete their second pit stop. So several drivers have not come down here at the moment to complete it. And there goes William Fletcher. He's in the 28. He's going to come down, and caution is out. This is going to shake things up here. The question is, where is the caution? And it's going to be for the 76 of Rob Stewart. This is going to really shake things up here. Let's go back and take a look. What happened? Was there contact made? And we're about to find out right there. A little contact between the 27 and the 27 and the 76 get together. That's 27 going to be A.J. Williamson. And it's going to be much more worse for the 76 of Rob Stewart as he goes into the outside wall. And that will bring out our first caution here with 27 laps to go on lap 49. This is this could definitely be detrimental here, as a lot of people were a lap down. At the moment, they're going to be trapped a lap down. They're going to have to get the wave around. So not what they expected here, coming in with the caution here with the 48 complete on lap 49. Sean Brightsman, your race leader, only 10 drivers on the lead lap. Of course, from about 10th down, will get their laps back when they do not pit and stay out. This is not what anybody expected. We'll We'll see. Not sure what's going on with the 46 of Sean Brightsman stopped before the entrance of pit road. Not sure what is going on there. And it looks like he is going to have to tow. I think he's out of fuel coming to pit road. Sean Brightsman out of fuel and couldn't make it back to his pit stall as he was prepared to come down pit road, I'm sure, and runs out of fuel trying to get to his pit stall. That has got to be devastating if you're the 21. The 46 of Sean Brightsman is the 21 is going to come down pit road. That is going to put Sean Brightsman a lap down for sure. Just a devastating way to go. We're going to have to confirm that with him, unfortunately. Give us just a minute and we'll see if we can't get the 46 of Sean Brightsman on the radio real fast. Sean Brightsman, you got a copy?
Got a copy.
Well, unfortunately, based on what we saw, did you run it out of fuel?
Yep.
Well, again, we just said it's got to be a devastating way there. Had such a fast car. And were you planning on coming down pit road that next time?
Yeah, someone said over the radio there was a caution coming, and I was already pretty close, but figured I'd try to coast around, see if I could make it, and unfortunately couldn't do that. So we'll go down a lap here, and we'll just have to work for it.
Well, good news, I guess, silver lining is in racing cautions, breed cautions. We've been caution-free so far here. We have 25 to go, so we very well could see another caution, possibly get you the lucky dog, get a wave around, get you back on the lead lap. So we really haven't had a chance to talk to any drivers out there, but how is this track and how are these cars handling out there tonight?
They're not too bad. They get a little tight, especially as the fuel burns off. It gets a little tighter, so you'll see a lot more people using the apron on exit 2 and 3 and 4 to kind of help the car rotate a little bit. But overall, I mean, they're pretty stable.
Oh, one last question here before we let you go. We saw earlier Jeff Stabnow and Seth Frazier battling back and forth there. As it seemed to be, if you were on the bottom side, you got a huge run coming off the corner. Was that inside lane kind of the preferred line around this track, at least in the corners?
Yeah, I would say so here, especially in these cars. It's such a kind of a momentum track. If you run it too high, you're just running too much distance around the track. So running low is the way to go here.
Well, definitely we hope to see you back on the lead lap. You had such a fast car here tonight, and hopefully you'll get a good finish out of tonight. It's disappointing if you don't. You had such a great car.
I appreciate it. We'll see what we can do.
All right, again, that was the 46 of Sean Brightsman. Already close on fuel, running it out, trying to get to pit road, and ran out of fuel. We have 25 laps to go, going to be about 23 or so when we get the green flags. All these cars in front of the 21 are going to be getting the wave around here shortly. All right, again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. As unfortunately, you just saw one of the fastest cars here tonight running out of fuel. Not the way he expected, but he still could get that lap back. Just to give a recap here, while we're under caution, of course, caution is brought to you by Hanover Wrecker Service, as William Fletcher in the 28 is officially retired out of the race. At the moment, Rob Stewart out of the race, Dylan Huffines out of the race, Jade Williams and Ray Fournier did not make the call to start the race here tonight. The lights are off on the pace car, which means we are going racing one more time. We'll see. We have not had very many cautions here so far. Well, quite frankly, we haven't had any cautions except for that one. So this could be very, very interesting to see if we have Any more cautions? One caution, two cautions? We'll see. The lights are flashing in the stand. Green flag is back in the air. We are racing as Jason Berg going to get a huge jump there. That's exactly what he needed. Jeff Stabnow side by side with Seth Frazier. Once again, there is no stranger to those two duking it out. Of course, Jeff Stabnow finishing second last season here back in December 11th of 2018. He's our pick for tonight's win. And, well, unfortunately for him, I think Jason Berg may have him beat just a little bit. But never say never. Jeff Stabnow in second place, where he's been all night for the most part. He didn't fall back just a little bit. He is back up there. Seth Frazier trying to make something happen to get by him. We'll see. Seth Frazier has a fast car. I really think whoever is on the inside between these two has the advantage of both of them, as they're both just super fast here tonight. But they've been trailing Jason Berg all night long. As there's, you see the 46, Sean Brightsman back out on the track, one lap down, trying to stay one lap down. He's maybe going to go two before it's all said and done, but he's got a fast car. Again, doesn't have any damage, just ran it out of fuel, so he may be able to stay ahead of these guys. Excuse me. We'll just have to wait and see. As Seth Frazier does get by Jeff Stabnow for second place, but here comes Jeff Stabnow back to the inside, and you push him up the track. That's what you have to do here a little bit. And he gets by him, and contact made between the two as that gap got smaller and smaller. What driving by Jeff Stabnow and Seth Frazier. They keep it clean going into the corner and coming out of the corner. But I'm not too sure there wasn't a little paint rub there on the back bumper of the 24 as that gap got very small trying to clear it. And that's going to allow Caden Anderson in the one to try to get by. Caden Anderson going to push them both up to the high side. And that's not where they want to be. They want to be down on the bottom as they're going to be three wide coming to the line to get through it. Three wide going into turn one for second place between Caden Anderson, Seth Frazier, and Jeff Stabnow. And a little wiggle there from the one of Caden Anderson. And we'll see if he can hang on to it. He does. They're going to settle back and go too wide. But the one of Caden Anderson going to try one more time here to see if he can't get by Jeff Stabnow. He's there. He's on the inside, side by side with him. And right here you'll see him push him up just a little bit. Can he get by him officially is the question. And Caden Anderson looks to take it. He does. Caden Anderson to second place, but that battle's far from over. Jeff Stabnow, I still think, has the faster car. Just getting pushed to the high side where he has doesn't really have a chance to get to the bottom. He's going to do it now. He's going to go back to the bottom here on Caden Anderson, and when he does that, that will give him that momentum he needs to get by the one. His momentum is such a big key here on the quarter entry and corner exit. As it looks like now the 55 of Dan West Jr., your pole sitter for tonight's race, going to try to make a move on Jeff Stabnow. So Stabnow going the wrong direction here at the moment. But this, again, race is not over. We have 18 laps to go. And here comes, for the first time we've seen him in the top five. Now he's back in sixth place. The 83 of Chris White. Let's bring up his information here. You see that started 18th. Been as low as 31st, but here he is sitting in sixth position at the moment. That is, again, the 83 of Chris White making his way to the front here in that Elgato number 83 machine. We'll see how this one all goes. Definitely been some great battling, whether you're tuning in on Facebook or YouTube. You're definitely getting your money's worth here tonight. Drafting here at this track is really not too big of an issue, but it is. It's a 2-mile track, but they don't classify it as a super speedway. However, you can get a little bit of drafting of these cars here at this track. It's not, Talladega or Daytona super speedway drafting, but yes, on these long straightaways, you can get a little bit of draft off the car in front of you. Definitely not ignorance there. This track is a very tricky track. A lot of people don't think of it as a draft track, but yes, you can pick some draft stuff off the car in front of you because you have such long straightaways. You're doing 188 to 190 miles an hour down the backstretch here. As right now you see 186, 187, 88. There you go, 188 miles an hour down this backstretch here as you're watching this battle right now. The 55 does clear Jeff Stabnow, but he's still, the 83 Chris White has not been able to do it. But he's right there with him. Jeff Stabnow definitely wants to be going in the other direction, as it looks like maybe Jeff Stabnow may have a faster long run car. I think those tires wear off. He gets a little bit better. But we'll see if that's the case if we get a chance to talk to him. But Seth Frazier under fire from Caden Anderson in that one machine right now, as the one of Caden Anderson all over his back bumper. And let's see here. Let's watch this battle if we can. Let's go to Dan West Jr. Let's go on the board with him as he smacks the wall there just a little bit, and that's going to stack him up. So before we do that, let's go back here. Is it going to be 3 wide once again? Jeff Stabnow back to 4th position. Now he's really got company coming from the 83. That stacked him up a little bit as Dan West Jr. in the 55 smacks the outside wall. But it groups them up. They gather back together, and we keep going. Let's go to Jeff Stabnow. Let's go on board with him as he watches this battle in front of him ensue right now between Seth Frazier and Caden Anderson. That is the battle for 2nd position. 2nd and 3rd, as Jeff Stabnow in 4th, just outside of podium finish right now with 14 laps to go. Make it 13 as your leader crosses the line up there. Everybody coming down. They go below that white line. That's perfectly legal. Here, 13 laps to go. 1 caution so far here tonight is just, that's the normal for this league. They do not have very many cautions. So we'll see as those two are battling up there. The more they battle, the easier it's going to be for Jeff Stabnow to catch him. You see a little bit of damage there to the front right of Jeff Stabnow's car. I don't think it's going to hinder him too much, but it's not going to help him either. Let's go up and watch this battle as you're watching the battle for 2nd place. But look at the battle for 3rd or 4th place at the moment. Starting to build up. 5th place is really battle going on here with 12 laps to go, as it looks like the 83 is going to get by. Chris White is going to get by Jeff Stabnow. Meanwhile, we have Corey Walters coming down pit road here with 12 to go. I'm not too sure they're going to be able to make it on fuel. I think they're going to have to come in here in short pit to make it to the end of the race. This could get very interesting. Well, let's see here if that is the case. Are they going to have to come down pit road one more time? I know it would have been about 29 laps, so you can make it about 24 at the most. We saw them right out, so they should have to come down pit road one more time, and this could get interesting to see how this one goes. And they are indeed, everybody coming down. Donovan Barr, Gary Nichols coming down at pit road to get things started here for this round. And we see the rubbing is racing comments. I've done a fair share of rubbing in my life, but as a famous person once said, rubbing's for the movies, racing is for the real track. Movies have really exaggerated the rubbing is racing thing. It is part of racing, but it is not that big a part, I don't think. As people really don't want to tear up their cars too much. But Gary Nichols leaving a pit road right now, and we'll see Donovan Barr also leaving. Jason Berg is your race leader here at the moment. 10 laps to go. These guys will have to come down pit road again. Either that or they've got a Houdini saving fuel for them right now and magically coming up with it. As you have a battle going on between Seth Frazier and Caden Anderson. That's the battle for 2nd. Seth Frazier down to the bottom, along with Caden Anderson. Behind them is going to be the 83 of Chris White. Jeff Stabnow, he is currently running in 6th position. He knows he's going to have to pit. That could be why he's not in too big of a hurry to, push the issue here. He may try to wait. We'll see if that is the case. Right now, it is definitely turning into a good battle for second position as we let you watch that for just a moment. Alright, again, and make sure if you're in the chat, if you like the racing, definitely hit that thumbs up if you like it. And of course, subscribe to the Facebook page and the YouTube channel by liking the Facebook page, of course, and subscribing to the YouTube channel. We'll see Justin McClure coming down a pit road for his last stop, and we have Donovan Barr coming back down pit road here. As we'll see, he's down there for 2 seconds, 4 seconds, and it looks like he's going to come back down once again. We'll see, there is going to be Justin McClure. He is 1 lap down. His pit stop is done. 9.2 seconds, a splash of fuel, and he is back underway as Jason Berg, your leader, is right now. I want to point out that Sean Brightsman has been able to stay ahead of them. He's 1 lap down at the moment, but has been able to stay ahead of your race leaders here with 7 laps to go. When will these guys come down pit road? It's going to have to be soon, as we'll see. You're watching Jason Berg, your race leader. He's not going to come down pit road this time. See about Seth Frazier? No, none of your top guys coming down pit road this time. We'll see. Maybe they somehow know something to make it work on fuel, but I do not believe they're going to be able to. They're going to have to come down and make a splash and dash for fuel. This, again, is going to get interesting to see how it goes. We're monitoring the chat as well. Some great racing here tonight. Just outstanding here. Only 1 caution thus far in the race. You can't get any better than that here. You're going to have at least 1 caution, possibly even 2 when you're talking these guys racing when there's 34 drivers on the track and they're all battling for the same piece of real estate. It's going to happen that you're going to have cautions. We have 5 to go, though. This is where it's going to get tricky. It's very tricky here. As right now, as you're watching, we'll go back to your leader. These guys are going to have to make a splash of fuel. Meanwhile, we're at the point where if a caution comes out, the race is over. So if the caution was to come out, the race is over. They're not going to make it on fuel. It's going to be a question, could they make it under caution laps? We'll see. Brian Lambert going to come down pit road. Some of these guys may be banking on a caution coming out. 4 laps to go. Some of them, surprisingly, somehow may be able to make it on fuel. I'm not sure how, as we got 22 laps on fuel. We got Stephen Paulson, 25 laps on this stint. He's almost has to be coming in. We already saw the 46 of Sean Brightsman run out of fuel. So I'm not sure how these guys are going to be able to make it here, as Stephen Paulson still out on the track. 26 laps on this stint. Again, how is he going to make it is the question, as we already saw Brightsman run out of fuel early on in this race. So again, the questions are up in the air right now. Jason Berg at the moment is your race leader. Brian Barnes going to take 4th place from Seth Frazier. Jeff Stabnow at the moment, he's back in 7th place. He's been a front. Caution is out, and it's going to be for the 333 of James Vining. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened and who is going to make it on fuel here. This is going to be interesting because the race is now over. As you're watching the 333 of James Vining, it's going to bring out the caution, and right there just tries to slide up and right in front of, I believe, the 30, and just clobbers him right into the outside wall. That, of course, will do it here for the race. The caution came out for the second time. This race will end under caution. Jason Berg out front here. We'll see, do they have enough laps worth of fuel here while we're under caution to make it to the end of the race? Yes, obviously going to use less fuel than it would to make it under green. We'll have to wait and see. Well, let's see if we can't get a word in here with some of these drivers here. Is we have Jason Berg, our race leader. See if we can't get a quick word in with him real fast. Jason Berg, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, we got you here. We're under caution. 2 laps to go. We knew people were going to have to probably come down pit road for a splash of fuel. With this caution, are you going to be able to make it on fuel?
Oh, yeah, I'll make it. Yeah, I was going to make it either way. I was pushing in the clutch and coasting on the entry to the corners, so I was going to make it.
Well, there you have it. Coasting through the corners. We knew there had to be some little secret there to conserve a little bit of fuel. As we do the front, probably about 10 guys did not come down pit road. So we won't talk to you too terribly long here, as we're fixing to be talking to you here shortly anyway. But a pre-congrats on the win as the last lap is underway. So we'll let you go, and we'll talk to you here in a minute.
All right, thank you.
All right, there you have it. Clutching it, and he will get the win. He'll be good on fuel for the remainder of this race. We'll see. We'll talk to him a little bit later on after we go through into the post-race show. But the white flag going to be coming out. Well, is out right now anyway. So we'll go ahead and throw it up. We are, of course, under caution here for the second time, and not the way we wanted this race to end. As it was an amazing race, all intents and purposes. Of course, our pick for the win, Jeff Stabnow finishing back in 7th position in the number 24 machine, but still a solid run, and he kept it in one piece for us here tonight, so that is a win in our book, as the curse did not affect him, but just didn't quite get the win. We'll come back and we'll see how they regroup on Thursday, but the checkered flag will be coming out here in just a few moments. And well, there it is. Checkered flag is waving here tonight. It's going to be Jason Berg. That is your race winner. Probably one of the slowest victory laps here we've seen. But your race winner here tonight as they cross the line, it's going to be the number 21 of Jason Berg. I'm sure Jason will be doing some celebrating here momentarily. While he does that, we're going to go ahead and go through your unofficial race results for tonight's race. We'll pop them up onto the screen. Getting the win here tonight is going to be the 21 of Jason Berg. Second place will be the 83 of Chris White. Third place will be the 1 of Caden Anderson. And fourth will be the 4 of Brian Barnes. Fifth place will be the 32 of Seth Frazier. Sixth place will be the 55 of Dan West Jr. I forget they're going to do a demo derby out there. Seventh place will be the 24 Jeff Stabnow. Eighth place will be the 17 of Bill Ross Jr. Ninth place will be the 92 of Casey Tillman. 10th place will be the 88 of Travis McKinney. 11th will be the 33 of Josh Coley and his teammate right behind him. And the 65 finishing in 12th position. 13th will be the 10 of Justin McClure. 14th will be the 03 of Daniel Masters. 15th will be the 7 of Brett Johnson. 16th will be the 52 of Brian Lambert. 17th will be the 8 of Gary Nichols. 18th will be the 30 of D. Palmer. 19th will be the 89 of John Ottenbacher. 20th will be the 11 of Frank Harris. 21st will be the 46 of Sean Brightsman. 22nd will be the 58 of Stephen Paulson. 23rd will be the 9 of Corey Walters. 24th will be the 50 of Gerald Wakefield. 25th will be the 27 of A.J. Williamson. 26th will go to the 08 of Jesse Gray. 27th will be the 333 of James Vining. And 28th will be the 98 of Donovan Barr. 29th will be the 39 of Jason Bortles. 30th will be the 28 of William Fletcher. 31st will be the 76 of Rob Stewart. And 32nd will go to the 00 of Dylan Huffines. And, of course, in 33rd and 34th, be Ray Fournier and Jade Williams, who did not start the race here tonight. That will do it for your unofficial race results. Give us just a minute. We'll be right back here with your post-race shows. We'll go ahead and bring up your top 20 here in tonight's race. And we'll be right back as we talk to your top 3 drivers here in the post-race show. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, as we have our top 3 drivers in the booth with us here tonight. Finishing in 3rd place here tonight is going to be the one of Caden Anderson, finishing in fairly close to the front, but we were under caution. But overall, just an outstanding run. You definitely worked your butt off out there tonight. This track, we've heard from every driver, was extremely rough and extremely bumpy out there, but you managed to kind of get past that to finish in 3rd place. So give us your thoughts on this race here. We only had 2 cautions, so a ton of green flag racing here tonight as well.
Yeah, there was a lot of great racing going on here at the very end. There at the end, I think we were all saving fuel, just trying to make it to the end, and I just got past Seth, and the caution came out, hoping it was 1 lap earlier so I can give Berg a run for his money, but couldn't.
Well, definitely it was a heck of a race. We see the demo derby still going on partially back there, but I can't remember if we've talked to you in the booth here before this season. We get going, they all kind of lump together here. But still, a top 3 finish here. It's not quite the win, but to get a top 3 finish going into next week, how much of a momentum boost does that give you, knowing that next week we're going to Charlotte, which can be a little bit tricky in the corners, but still a great track?
Yeah, Charlotte's a very tricky track because it's all about keeping your momentum up and running the right line. So finishing 3rd here is a big momentum booster and gives me confidence to go into the next race and hopefully compete against Jason.
Well, definitely, you did a great job here tonight. We look forward to seeing you come to Charlotte next week, and we probably know you got some sponsors on that car and some shout-outs you want to give for that 3rd place finish, so who would those be?
Yeah, I would like to thank Cascade Championship Wrestling, and that's it.
All right, well, congrats on 3rd place once again, and that brings us to our 2nd place driver here tonight. That is going to be the 83 of Chris White. Chris, we haven't got to talk to you a whole lot this season. I don't know if I've just missed you or if you haven't been racing quite as much. But regardless, you're here and you put that Elgato number 83 into 2nd place here tonight. So how does it feel to be sitting 2nd place on the podium?
Charles, it feels fantastic. It's been a while for sure. Just some things have been going on. We're kind of running mid-pack nowadays, and you got a lot of younger guys, newer guys in the series that've got a lot of talent. So it's been a little difficult, but we're trucking along and trying to stick it in there and fight with them. And here we are in 2nd, so it's good. This track's a good track for me. I've won here in this series previously, I believe in season 1. So good finish.
Definitely, we look back to last season when we came here back in December. Last time we were here, you finished 3rd place out of 14. Tonight you finished second out of 34. So you finished one spot better out of 20 more drivers than we had last season. So definitely, knowing the stats here on our end, a huge accomplishment. You progressed to finish even higher with two times or is that three times? Whichever. There's 20 more cars in the field than there were last season. So you talk about there's a lot of new guys. The competition is getting fierce. But to know that you can finish in the top three with 34, basically 35 cars on the track, how much of a confidence boost is it to you knowing that even when these young guys in here, you can still hang with them?
Well, it's always an accomplishment to finish up in the top five. Even to win races is tough. It doesn't matter how many cars are out there on the track. 10, 20, 30 cars. Obviously, the more cars out there, the more of a chance there is for other people to win or for you to finish way in the back. But anytime you can get up in the top three, top five, these podium finishes are hard to get. So very grateful to be up here, back in the top three. Great track again, like I said. And I knew we were going to have a strong finish, but right there at the end, I was kind of doubting the fact I'd make it to the end, but I think that caution flag saved us.
Yeah, it definitely. Caution flags can save you, and they can hurt you too at the same end, but it definitely helped you here tonight. So we know you got some sponsors on that car and some shout outs. So who would those be for that second place finish tonight?
Certainly, SimStar Motorsports still alive and well, and put Elgato Gaming on the car. Got some links on the website, simstarmotorsports.com, if you're interested in stream decks or game capture cards, Astro headsets. And FVRN, Charles, excellent broadcasts, as always, and look forward to jumping up there again with you someday in the future, and definitely got to thank Walls Beer Co., Mark Walls, great product there. Check them out if you got a beer. Let's throw a congrats out there to Jason Berg again in the 21, dominant driver this season as always, and congrats.
All right, well, again, congrats on second place. And, of course, that will bring us over to our race winner, who, again, had a dominant car here tonight in the number 21. Just outstanding run here for you tonight, Jason. As always, we always expect you to see you in the top five, top three. You get the win here tonight. So, as always, we ask it to you every week. How does it feel to be sitting in victory lane and taking that momentum to next week at Charlotte?
It feels good. I think I say it every week too, but we've got a lot of good tracks coming up, and Charlotte is another one of my favorites. So it's definitely a good confidence booster. I think we'll have a good run there too.
Well, we ask the same question, and we get, it's always, hey, we may just have to record that so we can take a hydration break here while it plays for us. But last season, you finished in 6th place, so to get the win, 5 more spots ahead, definitely an improvement from last season. And we kind of want to hit back on there again to last season where there was only 14 drivers here. I believe last season was your rookie season here. You were the new guy on the block. And now there are 20-plus other drivers that are new that weren't here last season. So not the new guy anymore. So, the veteran out there. So do you feel like the veteran going out there showing these new guys how it's done?
Not really, no. I just know that same thing I say every week. You just got to be consistent, hit your marks. This track is really hard to do that because you're getting bounced all over the place, and each tire's up, you lose your grip after just a couple laps. So really, I just try to race the track and not really worry about anybody else.
Well, you did that here tonight in dominant fashion, and we talked about that a little bit with you earlier. What is there a certain part of this track that's say the bumpiest or the worst out there that really tests you, or is it kind of pretty much evened out all over? It's just overall just a bumpy track.
Overall, it's just a really bumpy track, especially with the VR headset on. It's pretty crazy. It makes you feel like you're getting thrown all over the place because the inside of the car is shaking around all over. But it's just bumpy everywhere. You just got to hit your marks. There's some spots that are slightly less bumpy than others, and it's like a sweet spot. If you can hit that every lap, you can drive away. I noticed.
Well, you definitely found the sweet spot and put it in Victory Lane. That's the ultimate sweet spot here at this track, or any track for that matter. And that's where you're sitting here tonight. So again, we'll ask you this probably many more times tonight, this season. Who are the sponsors on that car, and any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, first of all, got to thank GeForce Aerial Media. Check them out on Facebook or the website, geforceaerialmedia.com. Do all your aerial photography needs. Wofford's Towing and Hall Hop Consulting. They're new sponsors that are on for Apple Cup in 2 weeks.
All right. Well, again, congrats on the win here tonight. And that will do it here for tonight's broadcast as well. We have one more piece of business to take care of, and that is the sponsors here for tonight. We want to give a big shout out to Walls Beard Co., a Beard Bomb, for coming on board here as the title sponsor for this series. And of course, on the broadcast side of things, a big shout out to Northwest Racing Series, Walls Beard Co., Beard Bomb, RaceOnTexas.com, World of Thunder, Hanover Wrecker Service, On the Edge Motorsports, Huffman Designs, Racecore, and Crumbs Custom Graphics as well. We have 3 spots open right now for sponsorships. If you want to get your company out there and get some exposure here on the iRacing.com simulator for our broadcast, hit us up as we have 3 spots available. We'll get you some great exposure out there. So again, hit us up on the website at virtualracingnetwork.net or just message us over on the Facebook page at facebook.com/VRN online. Until Wednesday night with some World of Thunder Racing. We're off tomorrow. We'll see you then.